Hey friends!
Hey everybody!
Darcy and Chris here. We are Grottons On The Go. We set off December 27th and headed straight from Maine to Florida and are just going to kind of recap our first couple of weeks.
You know, it's been a week and a half, I guess.
Yeah, tell you how it's going. Some mishaps, some fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, all the fun. I think the first thing, and I guess we can kind of go into this a little bit, was just the travel down here. The goal was to leave Maine, get out of the cold weather, and get to a place where it's warmer for, one, the warm weather, but also because we needed to have some place where our pipes wouldn't freeze up. We can get to that too a little bit, but the trip down here was fun.
Yeah.
Day one.
Chris's mom lives in Florida, so we were just trying to get here because she had a spot for us and had hookup water and sewage, and so we could kind of land here as a home base and then do a bunch of stuff in Florida, like Chris said, with warm weather. So we took off the day after, 27th. So 2 days after Christmas. We wanted to kind of spend Christmas in Maine and be with our family, and that kind of stuff. And right from the beginning, we kind of messed up our RV because we're new RV owners, and we bought it in May, are new to RVing. We've always been tent campers, and decided to use it that summer, do some RV trips to campgrounds, and didn't know we had to fully winterize it because we were leaving in December. We thought it's not going to be that cold for that long.
So we drained a few things.
We drained our water.
Thought we had it. And then come to find out, as we're getting ready to pack up, we had ice areas in part of our camper.
And broken plastic caps completely cracked off our water system.
So we had broken some of the filters. Filter.
So
but luckily it was a filter cap.
Kind of worried about that though. So luckily we weren't filling any water till we got here. So when we got here, we'll go back to our story down because it's kind of funny. But when we got here, Chris's mom lives next to an RV park, and there's a Canadian guy here who actually works on RVs for a living back in Canada, or he's retired now, but he came over and was real worried that we had ruined our water pump and our water heater, and kind of said, until you get water in it, there's nothing you can do. So we shipped the new caps to Debbie's.
And we knew we had an issue. We ordered them ahead of time and had them sent here. But there was nothing we could do while we were in Maine because it was below freezing. So.
Right, so they arrived, we hooked it up, we put water in it, and he said, you are extremely lucky that nothing happened to your water system. So that was check one mistake off the list. The first day of traveling, we put in a 10-hour day. We had high hopes and expectations of getting to Virginia. Yeah, freaking right. But new RVers, we were like, oh yeah, we can totally make it to Virginia. We get going. Connecticut was our first mishap. Many of you who follow us on Insta might have seen our video clip already, but basically get on Route 15, which is not okay
really pretty
for RVers. Well, for any vehicle over a certain length and height. We did not know this. People are honking at us, waving at us to pull over, U-turn. We don't know what they're talking about. We're like, oh, hi. No, yeah, come to see. Like, one guy made us roll our window down and he yelled across the highway, like, tunnel ahead, turn around. And we're like, oh my God, crap. We see the tunnel ahead.
There wasn't much we could do. We pulled off to the right. We're like, what do we do?
But there was an actual U-turn area right before the two tunnels, tunnel in, tunnel out. So we get over in traffic, get into the U-turn area, but our ass end is so big with towing the Jeep. We have a 31-foot River Forester with the Jeep, and it completely blocks the lane of traffic. People are pissed, you guys.
So if any of you are following us, sorry
Stay
about
off
that.
Route 15 in Connecticut.
Sorry about what happened there.
Sorry people in Connecticut. So we were like, feeling horrible, heart racing. We could not get out into the other traffic because people are coming 65 miles an hour out of the tunnel.
Or they couldn't see us,
Yeah, couldn't see us. And so finally we got turned around, went way backtracked, and finally got that situated, heart racing, had to pull over for a little bit and just take a regroup and look up, like, what are we supposed to be doing?
So we did a bunch of, while we were driving from that point forward, Darcy started researching, like, what we can and cannot do, and the GPS in our RV here does have your height and stuff that you can set, so it'll tell you where to go. But we're so used to using just Google, be like, well, this is a shortcut, let's take that. So
Google Maps.
We did it again.
Yeah, we did it again.
So on
in New
day
York.
one.
On the Sawmill Parkway, traveling along Sawmill Parkway. We decided to skip New York City and do the Tappan Zee Bridge. I've done it a million times. I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, so that's always how I went down and down to the New Jersey, Parkway, whatever. Yep. So get on the Sawmill. Immediately see like orange flashing lights. Emergency crew pulls up beside us and tells us to get off on this next exit. Get off, get off, get off. We're like, great, what is going on now? He pulled us over. Same thing. You would have lost the entire top of your RV had you kept going. There is a tunnel ahead.
He was super nice guy.
Oh, super nice
Super
guy.
nice. But it wasn't his beat, so he didn't really know the area. So we're like, well, how do we get back over to where we need to go? He's like, so we're all pulling up phones. We're pulled over on the side of the off-ramp, off a little bit, and we're looking, and he kind of dials it into my phone and says, it looks like you can take this road right here. So we're fine.
Great.
We'll get off. We'll keep going. We'll get on that road. We know when we get to the end of the off-ramp, we need to go right.
Yep. So we pull out of we're pulled over into the dirt area.
Yep.
We pull back into the exit to go off the exit, and Chris is like, we have a flat tire.
Tung, tung, tung.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Noise in our tire, can't steer well. I'm like, this is freaking great.
So we get to the stop sign. We know we got to go right, but there's lights to the left. So we're like,
Big
if we
dealership.
go left, we can find a place that we can look, and it's not far. So we go left.
Yep.
We find a little area where we think we can pull in and
big
pull
parking
out.
lot.
Nice big parking lot with lots of lights. It was great because it was nighttime.
In New York. In New York.
And it was just a branch.
Chris hops out, and it's
Just
a massive tree branch wedged up into our wheel well.
Yeah.
So that was a win. No flat tires.
Win.
But as we get back in to make the turn, we can't make the turn. There's a car parked there. We can't make the turn. So we're like, great. We decide to back up.
Well, we've heard you shouldn't back up if you're towing a vehicle. But we just need to back up a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
No, can't do that.
Don't do
you
it.
cannot do it.
Lesson learned.
Totally jams your tow package.
Yeah, your aux or whatever you're using for a tow package gets jammed up. And so we're like, okay, well, let's just unhook the Jeep. And at this point, because it's backed in, we can't get the pins out. We can't get it unhooked. So I'm with a hammer and
hammering on our pins.
hammering on the pins, pulling it, eventually get a pliers and hammer them. We got it out. We got it positioned. We got back on the road and we had to hammer the pins back in. So we're kind of nervous that we would have to get new pins. But we did get back on the road. We were able to follow the road this guy gave us, which was the Groton Lake Road. Beautiful road.
Dirt road.
Takes you down by Groton Lake, up through this. So we follow this for, I don't know, we were probably going 15 miles an hour. Yeah, 15 miles an hour. I think it was like 3 miles long, so it took a while. And I think, was that the last mishap of the day?
All we could do was laugh. Yep. So we get back on the highway. We see a Target sign. The kids are hungry. It's late. We were supposed to be in Virginia, and we're still in New York. We pull over to the Target shopping
this is before,
area.
We went and filled up with gas first.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway.
White Plains. We decided to pull off in White Plains and get gas, which is...
We needed gas, and I didn't realize. I was
fine
looking
place. I just was nervous.
I'm looking for a large area to pull in and out of. And we get off the exit, and all of a sudden we're traveling back through back roads already through White Plains because we messed up.
I didn't feel safe. We get to the gas station. I decide to give Chris a break and pump the gas. And granted, thank God he saw me. I put the gas nozzle in the water system.
Well, we were trying to see if we were close enough. So you're just testing to see if it would reach, and it wouldn't reach.
Unscrewed the water system and was about to put the nozzle in there. And he said, that's not the gas. So it's lower on an RV. It's
Welcome to us.
Low.
This is us.
So thank God we didn't fill our water system with gas that night. But anyway, White Plains made me real nervous. I did not want to eat there. And so we got back on the highway. The kids were complaining, we're hungry. Why are we stopping to get food? Like, oh my God. So next exit was lovely. Target,
beautiful.
Pizza place,
big
parking lot. It was a win for the day.
It was a breather that we needed.
Filled our bellies, looked up actual highways we could be on, trucked it across the Tappan Zee Bridge, which was gorgeous. Decided to skip the New Jersey Turnpike Parkway, whatever, because we were kind of leery of parkways.
We read
from
that
then on
you
out.
can go if you're an RV of certain height, length, whatever.
We didn't
said
care.
No.
Nope, stuck to a highway.
We're going to follow that GPS.
Made it to New Jersey and spent the night at a Walmart there, which I was nervous out of my mind about, but we made it through the night.
We did?
And then the next day made it to Virginia.
Next day was beautiful. So we had awesome driving. The driving was
because we
perfect.
plugged into our RV.
We plugged in. There was no big cities. We went around the cities we needed to go around.
We went around all the cities, Baltimore.
We had a goal of getting
DC.
to somewhere in South Carolina, right?
We didn't stop in Virginia. We made it to...
we trucked.
Yeah.
Plain, I don't know.
I don't
It was
know.
a really, really awesome place in
It was
South
like
Carolina.
a campground in the Walmart.
Yeah.
You pull into the Walmart, people are like hanging out in their camp chairs.
The Canadians are out there drinking wine with their chairs. We're
All
like,
kinds
hey!
of other campers and truckers, and I was like, this makes me feel great. This is the kind of Walmart camping
We could stay
that
here.
I feel safe in. Yeah.
So, should we talk about parking?
Yeah. I decided to drive that second leg. The next day, I decided to drive and give Chris a break for some of it. So we get to this lovely, lovely Walmart. I'm so excited about it. Florence, South Carolina.
Florence.
Wasn't it
It
Florence?
was awesome. Go there. That's a great Walmart.
Yes, that's a great Walmart. And there is this Parky app. What is it?
Parky RV.
Yeah, RV Parky.
Yeah, RV Parky. It's
app.
an app that we have.
And that told us where like the Walmarts are that let you stay, because not all Walmarts let you stay anymore. So anyway. So I pull in right up to the curb because parking lots go this way, right? But we are so long that
The
we
island.
can't pull through. So we actually pulled up in there's usually like a tree area and
Little
grass
island.
and a curb and then all the parking lot spots. So we found a nice big one where I could just pull right up. And Chris again yelled at me that
I didn't really yell. I just said, "Oh no, stop!"
Can't be that close to the curb because we are towing a Jeep and we can't back up.
So our plans were to get up early next morning, which we did. We got up at 5:30, and we knew we had to remove the Jeep. Other people are sleeping, and remember the
felt
last time we put those
so
pins in the
bad.
Jeep, we hammered them in.
Yeah.
So we're going to be out there hammering these things out at 5:30 in the morning. So luckily,
But they slide right out when you don't back up and jam them.
Yeah. So if
They
you
slide
don't do
right
that,
out.
apparently they slide out.
It was lovely.
Who knew? We'll do that from now on.
So we got out of there.
We got out of there. We knew that was the last day we were traveling from South Carolina here to.
And we made it to Florida the third day.
We made it to Florida. And my mom's got a great place here where she's got, a driveway where we're at. We've got a sewer hookup and power and everything. So things have been pretty good here.
So we've been here since the 31st?
Yeah.
30th.
Yep. We left on the
7th,
27th, 28th, 29th.
We arrived. Yep.
Yeah.
And we've just been kind of here. We did Sanibel Island, which
Yeah.
was awesome. Bike trails through there with the kids. We went to
Regrouping a little
really
bit.
great science museum yesterday.
Yep. We
I mean-
fixed our water issues.
Oh yeah, we fixed our water issues.
We fixed our water
Yeah.
issues. We've found, we're learning a lot, and I think that's the big part of this first piece is luckily we had a place to come to where we could fix those things, learn a lot, figure out how we're actually going to live in here.
Yeah.
And trying to get everyone, under the idea that, this is a vacation, but it's also for us, it's a lifestyle for at least the next 6 months.
So this week, I think I settled more into like getting out of vacation world and into like I have to work and Chris has to work and the kids
There's
need to do
schooling.
schooling. And so that's been a little bit of, I think this week has been more testing of people's frustrations, and we're all in close quarters without a lot of other friends around for the kids and for us, like
Right.
socially. We had some tears already about just, being able to just have our own space. So there's definitely nerves are a little high at the moment, and I think it's just going to take some adjusting.
It is. And I think it's just us getting balanced and figuring out what we're doing. I mean, we have spent a lot of time outside, and for, us coming down from Maine, it's been so nice to just get
Yes, the
outside
weather
this time
has
of
been
year.
a win. Yeah.
I haven't worn pants, in a couple of weeks, which is really good.
Yeah.
And I guess the next thing is we're just going to figure this out. We are going to go see Disney.
Yes, we
While
decided
we're
to do
here.
Disney while we're here.
We're going to go see
Yeah.
Disney next week. And then when we leave here, we're going up to Georgia before we start going west.
Yep.
We've got some friends to see there. And then we actually start the travel and, the traveling part.
We booked our first campground today in Pensacola, Sanibel. No, not Sanibel, Destin area. So we booked a KOA up there. They had one spot left. We're learning that we probably should have booked some campgrounds ahead of time, but we're just going to roll with it because that's what we do. And luckily we found a spot, and that will be our first campground experience, which will be fun.
Which I think the kids are excited for. Hopefully we've called and we're like, do you have any families there? And they're like, well, there's a couple of families, a couple of kids here. So hopefully we find something where our kid's going to get out and and
we
see
need to
some
find
of the
some kids. Yeah.
So.
So thanks for following along our journey. We'll kind of keep you guys posted. We have a blog, grottonsonthego.com. We're on Instagram and Facebook, Grottons on the Go, and right here on YouTube too. So
All right.
thanks for checking us out.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.